It is always a good thing when Scarsdale and Mamaroneck meet. They do so on Friday night. Jake Sussberg, Scarsdale stand out on the road at Mamaroneck. The Tigers, who suffered their first loss of the season this week to New Rochelle at home, trying to get back in the win column against their bitter rival in a Class AAA matchup. Early on, this game had all the makings of a classic, and it lived up to it. Right there, Daniel Hoey, he's been out for most of the season with injury, gets a bucket there, gets Scarsdale going. This guy's been great all season long. Will Plunkett, big putback. He had 18 rebounds in this game. Next possession for the Tigers, off the floor. Burrell gonna push it, and he finds Jake Reese. Nice finish there for the big man. On the other end, Mamaroneck, nice job of denying Jake Sussberg early on in this game. They only held him to 2 points in the opening quarter, but when you move the basketball like this, the way Scarsdale does in this possession, they just keep going. Turns out to be 9 passes. It finally ends with Finn Miller hitting Daniel Hoey. Hoey with the basket. Big handshake from Jake Sussberg. They led by 4 midway through, but then this guy got hot. That is Brandon Burrell. Monster first half for Burrell. Hits a big 3 there. Then off the putback, off his own miss, Plunkett once again. 18 points, as we mentioned, 18 boards for the junior star. Tigers, here is Elijah Freeman. Drop off the no-look pass inside. That is Jake Reese with the N1 finish. He'd make the free throw, and the Tigers were in front by 4, and then Freeman going to keep that one himself. We're still in the first quarter in this game. There's so much action in a standing room only crowd. Here's Burrell in traffic, gets the roll. One of his only 2-point field goals of the night. They led by 8 after 1. Second quarter, Hoey driving in, spinning, no look pass, cutting to the baseline on the backdoor cut. That is Miller for the bucket. And then nice little slip through pass off the screen and roll. That is Plunkett from Brandon Burrell. And then Burrell off the inbound. Another assist for him. This time, 3-point shot knocked in by Jonah Walsh. This game, as we said, back and forth it would go. Unbelievable contested shots made by Jake Sussberg in this game. Started to heat up in the second quarter, and him and Burrell would just go back and forth. Three-pointer knocked down. 1 of 4 three-pointers hit in just the second quarter for Burrell, who, as we said, would have one of his best shooting performances of the season. This guy has a good shooting performance every game of the season. That is Sussberg knocking down a 3-point shot. It was a 9-point game at this point, just over 3 minutes to go in the half. And the rainbow threes just kept falling through the net for Burrell. Kept a stoic look, as he tends to do. And then Scarsdale on the other end. Response there by Sussberg in transition, getting the basket. Scarsdale seemed like they were getting kind of run out of the gym, but just hanging in this game because 3-point shots just kept falling from Mamaroneck. They extend this lead. That was their biggest lead of the game in the second quarter by 11. But then Sussberg would answer. Still in the first half of this game, these two were fun to watch. Right before halftime, here's Brandon Gibbons in transition. Pull-up jumper, gets the roll. The other way, though, Mamaroneck, before the half would expire, they pounded inside. TJ Grimes looked at the left-hand scoop, doesn't get the finish, but Plunkett there for the putback. It was a 9-point Mamaroneck lead at halftime. On to the third quarter now, where things got a little bonkers. Here inside, Jake Sussberg, what a finish. We know him as a shooter, but his slashing ability and finishing around the rim is so underrated. So is the defense of Daniel Hoey. You mentioned him injury. He has changed his team coming back. The steal, runs the floor, the big man, the dish to Gibbons for the basket. This play, though, changed everything. Okay, so we have an ankle-breaking 3-point shot. That put Mamaroneck up by 7, but during the celebration, another player in Mamaroneck was hit with a technical foul. And Sussberg going down the court, smiling. Burrell likes the play. He hit both free throws. Scarsdale making a 5-point game. Basket there makes it a 3-point game. And then later, Sussberg would hit a 3-pointer to tie the game up. Back and forth this would go. Here, Gibbons buries the 3. Back to a 1-point contest. 42-41, as we said, Sussberg gave him the lead, and then Burrell would answer, knocking down another three. One of 7 3-pointers he had in this game. He had 25 points. He also had 5 assists right there to plunk it. The lead would go back to Mamaroneck's side in the third quarter. Sussberg wouldn't be denied. That shot, nobody in the section can make that shot the way he does. He buries it. Just a special talent headed to Princeton. Grimes in the lane, up and under. He finally gets that long arm shot to go off the glass. Scarsdale would have the lead late in the third quarter. Sussberg running the floor, gets it up. Logan Mancusi with the putback basket. Great on defense, and that would be the end of the third quarter as Scarsdale took a 3-point lead into the fourth. Game changed on that technical foul. In the fourth quarter, Hoey going to work, gets the roll. The support he is giving Sussberg since he's returned might put Scarsdale right in the serious goal ball conversation, because that guy is going to do a whole lot of that. Finish and the foul and one finish. Sussberg, 26 points in this game. Here's Plunkett at the top. Going to drive through with contact. Good footwork for the big man. Baseball player headed to Binghamton. Just a terrific basketball talent as well. So is Brandon Gibbons off the glass and in the pull-up jumper for the point guard. Later, Hoey, pull-up in the lane, gets the basket to fall. Hoey had 15 points, 8 rebounds to go along with 3 assists. Scarsdale in control here in the fourth quarter. Hoey seemed to get better in this game as it went on. Him finishing there through the entire Mamaroneck defense. Big play, and that pretty much sealed the win. He was fired up. The crowd, as he said, was as good as it gets on a Friday night in Section 1. And Scarsdale comes away with the victory, knocking off Mamaroneck, their second loss of the season. Class AAA wide open in Section 1.